The Crew and Red Bull have been partners ever since The Crew 2, where the game featured new and old cars from the franchise donning Red Bull liveries. Heck, it's also the first game outside of EA's F1 Racer and Real Racing 3 to feature real Red Bull F1 cars, notably Danny Ricciardo's RB13 and Max Verstappen's RB14. Well, for Season 6 of The Crew Motorfest, the Red Bull/The Crew partnership ascends to a whole new level, as all season long we'll be racing, flying, and drifting in nothing but Red Bull. Welcome everyone to The Crew Motorfest Season 6, the Red Bull season. So we start our preview out going toward Maui, which is still our newest island to join Motorfest. Now this season, however, the island has been spruced up. No more of the under construction signs and bollards all over the road now. All the props and buildings that were in the process of being built are now up. There's a whole new scenic apartment complex located downtown now. The bridge leading to Maui dawns new lights at night. There are all new waterfalls and businesses open all over the new island. Moreover, if you journey all the way up near the Pu'unau volcano, you'll spot the game's newest playground, Red Bull X, the Crew Motorfest. This new playground is chock full of everything you'd ever want from a Red Bull themed playground. There's a large racetrack that comes with several different layouts for touring cars, superbikes, and Alpha GP F1 cars. Within the racetrack, there's a comprehensive dirt track with lots of banks and jumps to suit motocross bikes and rallycross cars alike. There are also long jumps, the game's newest skill activity, and a large Red Bull energy drink can that you can drive through with it shooting you out in the air like a cannon at around 400 miles an hour. Yep, this place has absolutely everything. Now, it wouldn't be a Red Bull season without a Red Bull playlist. When you update the game tomorrow, you'll find the Red Bull Speed Clash playlist ready and waiting for you to complete. It consists of 8 events which put your skills to the test driving or piloting a slew of vehicles, all the while asking one very important question: which racing discipline is the fastest? Join British automotive YouTuber sensation Becky Evans as she introduces us to the many events we partake in all throughout the playlist. To make things even more special, we even get to see and hear her interview some of Red Bull's most notable vehicular athletes, including Swedish rallycross brothers Timmy and Kevin Hansen.
Something like, what they have in Pikes Peak, a lot of power, a lot of suspension travel, being able to jump really far, like really long suspension travel, so you can jump like crazy. Red Bull livery, red.
Australian motocross madman Robbie Madison.
To me, floating with the limit is like being in the moment. When you're able to float with the limit, you're operating at the full maximum potential that you're able to operate. That's the pinnacle, right? That's peak performance.
And even Japanese Formula One Racing Bulls driver Yuki Tsunoda.
Recently, last Grand Prix was a bit too much sometimes, and yeah, unfortunately, a couple of times went to the wall. Feels great when you feel the G-force, with the maximum longitudinal G-force when you have nailed the great braking.
What's even more special is that there's an all-new Red Bull-related podcast titled Motorfest the Podcast, where Becky Evans actually interviews the drivers I just mentioned, and even more each week. Plus, you'll be able to hear each episode from front to back while you're cruising around Hawaii. Just look for the Motorfest, the podcast radio station in the in-game radio tuner.
How do you say it? Minigun.
Yeah, the one with the Tommy gun with the...
Yeah, that one, yeah. And oil like a oil leaf weapon.
Yeah,
perfect.
Mad Max style, love it. What's happening, guys? My name is Becky Evans and welcome to Motorfest, the podcast, brought to you by Red Bull and Ubisoft's iconic game, The Crew Motorfest.
Speaking of which, let's hear more from Becky Evans now.
What's up, guys and girls? We're here at the Red Bull playground of Maui, scene of the Red Bull Intense playlist. And if you've played it, you know what I mean. Okay, we're very far from finished. Things aren't so bad in Hawaii after all. So why leave now? Red Bull has invited you to an adrenaline-filled Red Bull MainStage season. Motorfest promises 4 weeks of competitions and emotions, AGP, racing, rallycross and more. You're entering the crazy multidisciplinary world of Red Bull. It's just beginning and I'm so excited.
So each month during the main stage, we'll see new categories and themes, but in the long run, it'll be all Red Bull all the time. In fact, the first premium summit reward is the Red Bull Edition Ford Fiesta BRC rally car. While the Fiesta we have in the game currently is the same one driven by Welsh rally driver Elfyn Evans, the one seen here is the same car that was once driven by 8-time WRC world champion Sébastien Ogier. Will his Fiesta be better than the original car? We'll have to win it and find out. Speaking of cars, this season will welcome 17 brand new cars to the game, with 11 of them being from Red Bull. For us early access goers, we only had 4 of the 17 to actually mess around with, and those are the 4 that you'll be able to get once the game updates tomorrow. First up, there's the Year 2 Car Pass offering for this month, the Ford Puma Hybrid Rally 1. Even though plug-in hybrid rally cars were discontinued for this current season of the WRC, we still can't overlook this evolution of rally machines that brought the power figures up from 330 to over 500 horsepower, and that's how much power this Puma Hybrid Rally car has right out of the box. Moreover, when fully tuned, it's a serious meta contender on road and rally circuits. Then again, the Puma Rally car seen here is the same one driven by World Rally legend and 9-time WRC World Champion Sébastien Loeb.
You'll need the Ford Puma Hybrid Rally 1 in order to gain access to the Red Bull Speed Clash playlist.
Once you complete all the events from that playlist, you'll earn a special Red Bull racing machine, one of the final missing cars from that one TCM trailer almost 2 years ago, the Ferrari 488 GT3 AF Course. The one seen here is the same one that competes in DTM or German Touring Car Championship, with Brazilian driver Felipe Fraga behind the wheel. When fully tuned, the AF Course 488 GT3 features more power than the standard car. But does this translate to faster times all around? We'll have to find out. As far as shop editions go, the 2 cars that you'll be able to buy once the game updates tomorrow are also both official Red Bull racing machines. First, there's the KTM Crossbow R Experience Red Bull Ring. That is its full name. This is the exact same car that you can drive right now if you're in Austria and you wanted a personal high-speed tour of the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg. For the day, you're allowed to rent out these 330 horsepower open-air track cars fitted with massive chassis-mounted rear wings, and experience the forces and familiarize yourself with the many corners of the iconic F1 racing track. Well, Red Bull and KTM are bringing that very car to the Motorfest as a racing machine, so it'll most likely be compared to the Crossbow GT4 and the Crossbow GT2. We'll see if this Red Bull plastered experience car is any good. Finally, what would a Red Bull season be without the addition of another Red Bull Formula 1 car? The championship-winning Red Bull RB20 joins the Alpha GP roster. This very car was driven by none other than the Dutch Lion himself, 4-time Formula 1 World Drivers Champion Max Verstappen. Despite the uphill battle he faced last year going up against the incredibly fast McLarens and Ferraris, Max still piloted the RB20 to win 9 out of 24 races, and with there being different winners for certain races and him reaching podium for most of those races, it was enough to seal his 4th consecutive Drivers' Championship title. The Red Bull RB18 is already in the game, and although it doesn't have the handling of the Ivory-Tower AGP car or the balanced aggressiveness of the RB14 Disruption, in terms of top speed, the RB18 is the fastest of the AGP cars. Can the RB20 achieve an even faster top speed? We'll have to find out.
There are still a bunch of other cars coming in the weeks and months to come. For example, next month's Year 2 Car Pass offering is the Red Bull Drift Brothers BMW M4 G82 Drift car, driven by Elias and Johannes Hontonji. In May, for Y2P we welcome another electric rally raid car in the form of the 2024 Audi RSQ e-tron, the same one driven by Red Bull Dakar rally drivers Stefan Peter Hensel, Carlos Sainz Sr. and Matthias Ekstrom. In June for Y2P, we move away from Red Bull and racing machines and back into street cars as we welcome the lightweight Mini John Cooper Works GP into Street Tier 1. Also in June, we welcome another brand new Ivory-Tower car to the fold as we convert the Asus Hypercar into a race car with the introduction of the Asus GT.
Among other things, including the revamping of the island of Maui, there are a bunch of other notable fixes coming this season. For example, a certain number of cars are getting reworked handling, meaning better, more responsive grip and turning, and most importantly, better gear shift changes, all in an effort to keep things even between automatic cars, manual cars, and those who shift with clutch on keyboard, joystick, or wheel. Next, there's an all-new legendary tire smoke vanity that evolves depending on how fast your car is going, as you can see it here in action on my Ford Puma Hybrid Rally 1. Finally, there have been improvements made to summit contests, in particular skill challenges. At long last, the devs are removing traffic from all skill challenges in summit contests. If you participate in any skills in free roam, traffic will still be there.
And that's it. There's a lot of Red Bull to enjoy this season and even more as we head into the summer. If you have any questions about this new update, put them in the comments. If you liked what you saw here and can't wait for the new update, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to us. We've got some cars to review for this new season.
Finally, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a hectic 2 months dealing school and life, and I'm still doing the best I can to keep the channel up to date and active. So please bear with me as I continue to get things done and handle the craziness of school. Until then, I'll see you in Hawaii.